is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. It's happy 2026. Grabe, so many things happen. But if you're watching us right now in the Pacific, it is 10:06 p.m. And if you're watching us, if you're watching us, sorry, I became unplugged all of a sudden. So let me plug my computer first so we won't lose our connection. If you're watching us in the Philippines, where I'm currently at, it is 2:07 p.m. in the afternoon. So good afternoon to everybody. Magandang tanghali. As always, I hope you had a wonderful lunch with your friends, family, loved ones, and significant others. And before anything else, we are live on different platforms, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. And of course, last year's newest addition to our platform is, of course, Amazon Music. So, and then, of course, live also, we are broadcasting live on PHLB Radio Facebook page, as well as PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So hopefully by now, especially our friends and family and supporters who are watching us, all you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. And you could click on that notification bell so you will be notified every time we are on air, so you won't miss any of the shows of PHLB Radio. Also, if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel. And if you're using Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And of course, you could always log on to our website, which is www.phlbradio.com. Yeah, for any issues, comments, suggestions you might have regarding our shows here on PHLB Radio. Yan, so many things happen. Marasay, hopefully you had a wonderful, safe New Year. Grabe, so many things happen. As I mentioned yesterday, my other show, alam mo ba, with Josh Handowit, so many things happen in the past years. There might be some good ones, might be bad ones, and hopefully we will all learn from all the things that took place in 2025. Sabi nga nila, if there's something challenging or hindi masyadong maganda that took place in 2025, all you have to do is learn from that lesson, accept, and at the same time move on from that painful, challenging event in your life, and ibaunin and make it a habit to make a inventory of the lesson learned from that experience, so you could take it to the new year of 2026. And the good thing is we have all these new things happening. It's a brand new lift. It's like a brand new page on our lives that we could write on. And this, you are really in control of your life for 2026. Of course, to be guided by the Supreme Being or whoever you adore and you venerate, and of course, coupled with prayers. Mga first honor natin, si Olan Boytial. Hi, Olan. And sabi niya, Happy New Year to all. And hello, Kuya Josh. Hello to you, Olan. Let me know your availability. I know you are in Parañaque, so let me know. Let's grab coffee so we could put a face to the name. So I like to do an eyeball, or at least get to meet people who are supporters of our channel. Oh, Happy New Year to Catherine Amon Cruz. Catherine is the lovely, the beautiful wife of the Consul General of Los Angeles, none other than Adelio Cruz. And of course, Catherine is Madame Catherine Cruz, the lovely wife. Happy New Year to the Cruz's family, as well as to the Amon family who are currently, or families currently based in Cavite. Okay. Eto yun, this is the thing. Today here in the Philippines, it is January 4th. And this is a special day for us here because it is my mom's 88th birthday. Grabe, my mom is celebrating her 88th birthday today. She was born in 1938 and of course, not a lot of people, and I have not really been to I have never really shared the picture of my mom. So there you go. That's my mom, and she is celebrating her birthday in heaven with the Creator. So again, mom, happy 88th birthday. Grabe, time passed. She passed away this is her third year. March 11, 2023, she passed away, and this year will be in March will be her third year being with our Creator. So happy birthday, mom! And before anything else, nako, we're gonna promote a wonderful show that's upcoming this February 1st, and that is with our good friends. When I say friends, there's two of them, of course. That's none other than the Volunteer par excellence, part of the hit makers, and that's none other than Nonoy Suliga, and of course the none other than Ivy Violan, and it's the concert is Playlist of the Heart. It's gonna be February 1st at 5:30 at the Kennedy Center of the Performing Arts. Yan. So let's make sure that we put that in our calendar. It will be a wonderful, wonderful evening of songs and jokes and anecdotes from these two wonderful, phenomenal singers as well as artists of Philippine show business music industry. And for sponsorships and tickets, of course, you can call 213-600-3011, and you could also call area code 951-208-6761 or area code 213-600-0581. Again, this will happen February 1st. This is a pre-Valentine's show, and it's at 5:30 at the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, and that is located in La Palma, California. And this is Playlist of the Heart. So you could expect great entertainment, great songs, great anecdotes as well as stories between the Anonoy Suniga and Ivy Violan. Let's support and buy tickets for Playlist of the Heart. Yan! Nako! Teka, marami nang nakapasok ulit dito sa atin. Sabi ni Madam Catherine or Cathy Cruz, sabi niya, happy blessed New Year. Yes! Nako, that's all we need, blessing for 2026. Si Lenny Quasito Botial. Si Lenny, maybe the lovely wife, of course, of Olan. Say, Happy New Year, Kuya Josh. Happy birthday to your mom. Yes, happy birthday to my mother. Pretty po ng mami ninyo. Salamat po. Nako, if my mom is around, she would be so happy that you said that. But thank you so much for saying that. Christian Renen Esteban, it's been a while. Christian is watching us from Los Angeles, and Catherine is watching us from Montebello, California. And then, my good friend, Gilda Cooper. Happy New Year, Josh. See you soon for sure. Happy New Year to you, Gilda and Jigs Cooper, and of course to our friends there, si Ramon and the Teveses, Sophie and June. Tapos, si Ernie is watching us. Meron pa. Na-miss ko lang. Nalampasan. Uy, maganda yung story natin, ha? Okay. Ito. Si Annie Relosa Santos. Sabi ni Annie, hello po, shout out po. May visitors po tayo dito sa Las Vegas. Kokoy Espina and Emily Espina and their 3 boys. Si Kuya Josh, Daniel, and Waki Espina. Best basketball of Ateneo. Wow, the Eagles. Grabe. Hello everybody. Hello the Espinas, as well as of course to Annie Relosa Santos and family in Las Vegas. Happy New Year. Sabi niya, Melka and Steve Goldman, or Melka and Steve Goldman. So happy New Year sa inyong lahat and happy viewing. Si Marque Estrudillo is watching us all the way from Doha, Qatar. Happy New Year po, Ninong Josh, and happy Feast of the Epiphany. Nga pala, Feast Day of the Epiphany. God bless you always po. God bless you also, Marky, and the Intervicio family, your wife, and of course to your lovely, lovely daughter. And stay safe, and have a wonderful 2026 diyan sa mga friends and relatives natin, and of course supporters natin diyan sa Doha, Qatar. So yung Filipinos of Doha, Qatar, hello and happy viewing. Naku, baka magtampo ang mga team replay and team share. Yan. Koy, maganda yung topic natin today. The episode for today is Bagong Taon, Bagong Simula. That's the episode title for today. At medyo this is really a nice letter that we got, and it's really very timely for this new year. What a way to start our 2026 for Dear Kuya Josh. Again, our episode today is Bagong Taon, Bagong Simula. And here we go. Let's see. Let me go to the letter. Sabi niya, and this came from Philip. Philip, hindi niya binigay ang kanyang age. Wala siyang age doon sa letter niya. So dalawa yung character natin dito, si Philip at si Eugene. Okay, so Philip and Eugene. Again, as always, and people who are familiar with our show, these are not their real names. I did it, I hide it, or I hid it simply because to keep their identity as a token of appreciation for them. And then of course we need all your help. Sila Marky, sila Jig, sila Annie, sila Lenny, si Madam Catherine, si Olan, at kung yung mga nasasama pa dyan to give advice, comments, and your opinion. Again, just for a disclaimer, opinions, comments, and advice that we will come up with the show is not a reflection on the owners or management of PHLV Radio. Yeah. So here we go. Sabi niya, Bagong Taon, Bagong Simula. Dear Kuya Josh, maligayang Bagong Taon sa iyo at sa listeners and viewers mo. Happy viewing din sa lahat ng nanonood at subscriber ng PHLV Radio. As always, like everyone else, maraming salamat for having a show like yours. Thank you, PHLV Radio, for a platform like Dear Kuya Josh. Marami talagang kapupulutan ng aral, minsan nakakatawa, minsan nakakainis, minsan nakakagulat, pero all the while it is like life story na talagang rolled into one. So maraming salamat naman for saying that. Sabi niya, Kuya Josh, to continue, all of us had different experiences last year. We all encountered good times and some bad times. Sabi nga, these problems and challenges and successes are like ingredients in one's cooking. It would be bland if life is simply smooth sailing. This is where I want to start my story. Wow, ganda naman. Sabi nga raw niya, yung mga problema, successes, failures, challenges are like ingredients, parang betchin, parang magic sarap, no fun intended, sa buhay like life. Yan. Sabi niya, Kuya Josh, ako po si Philip, isang closeted gay o lalaki sa aparador. Bakit kamo? Hindi ako lantad o isa akong lalaki sa dilim o lalaking may berding dugo na nagtatago. Kuya Josh, bata pa lang ako, ramdam ko na may kakaiba sa akin. Marami ang nagsasabi na mali ito, pero mali nga ba? Growing up, Kuya, I always want to make my family proud. Sabi nga, I did everything expected of me. From my schoolwork to being an honor student, I did it all. Sa totoo lang, Kuya, I was happy being me. Kahit mahirap magtago sa tunay na kulay ng aking dugo, I did it just the same. Kuya Josh, marami akong nagawang mali sa aking buhay. Para maitago ko ang tunay na ako, nanligaw ako at nagkaroon ako ng maraming girlfriends to hide the real me. Growing up, pakul ako sa mga kaibigan ko to make sure na hindi nila malaman ang totoong ako. Lahat ito ay nagbago dahil kay Eugene. Nakilala ko siya sa isang conference ko sa Singapore. Yes, Kuya Josh, Pinoy Singaporean siya. He is handsome, very educated, and so proud and so sure of himself. We were made part of a think tank group during the conference. With this group, we had to come up with a position paper. Since we came from the same background in finance, we were chosen to partner, tasked to make the feasibility studies of a project. Many meetings, many night meetings, many cup of coffees, and discussions between the two of us. With each meeting, I know I like him a lot. I fought the feelings hard, but sabi nga, marupok ako bilang ako dahil I really like him. In one of our meetings, he held my hands and kissed me on the lips. I was shocked at first, but I nevertheless gave in to his passion. Isang halik na nauwi sa isang matamis na gabi sa aming dalawa. Yes, kuya, I succumbed to the call of the flesh. Kuya Josh, we made a pact or kasunduan not to tell anyone about our relationship. We kept in touch through Viber, Messenger, WhatsApp, and frequent trips to Singapore and the Philippines for the both of us. Eventually, Kuya, we decided for him to move to the Philippines to be with me. We put up a business together so we can be close to each other para hindi rin mahalata ang relasyon namin. Dahil honestly, we both look great, a lot of ladies would tempt us. But obviously, we were not interested because of who we are. Kuya Josh, it is becoming so difficult to constantly hide our true selves. We are in love with each other, but we are always afraid to tell anyone about us. Lagi kaming takot on the repercussions if people would know about us. What would people say about us? How would they treat us if they know? What would people say about us? How would they treat us if they know? It would be an embarrassment for our families if people would find out. These are some of the things that bothered us until we recently both decided to end the lie this year in 2026. Bagong taon, bagong simula ng lahat. Eugene and I decided to accept who we are. We both agreed that enough of hiding the truth. We need to get out of our closets. We are now ready to tell the world we are who we are. Napagod na kami in hiding our relationship from everyone. We love each other, Kuya. We love each other so much that we cannot continue living in a lie. We are now ready to face the music regardless of the outcome. We figured we have each other regardless of the outcome of us coming out. If people we value the most truly care about us, our sexuality should not be an issue, di ba? We are both the same people prior to us coming out. Wala namang pagbabago sa amin other than mas totoo na kami ngayon para sa kanila. The only difference, Kuya, is we are now honest people about our sexuality and our loving relationship. Pinag-isipan talaga naming dalawa ito if we're gonna do that. If we're gonna come out and tell the world who we truly are. But sabi nga, bagong taon, bagong simula, dapat bago lahat. So, hopefully, with this letter, mabigyan mo kami ng advice, ng iyong opinion, at ng iyong views dito sa aming pinagdadaanan o pagdadaanan. Alam kong malaking bagay ito para sa amin. Mahirap pero kailangan gawin. Sabi nga, the end has to end. A new life, a new lift, a new beginning, a new year. Sana matulungan mo kami ng viewers at listeners mo on some opinion, advice at saka comments nila. Hanggang dito na lang at maraming salamat sa pagbigay ng attention at ng time sa aking munting liham. Taga-subaybay mo at isang tagahanga, Philip. Nako, ganda. Teka muna, before we give a synopsis. Si Rico Ilagan. Hi Rico, how are you? Tapos si Ryan Tejero is watching us. Rico, I don't know where you watching us from. Pero sabi niya, Happy New Year, Sir Kuya Josh. Ryan Tejero is watching us from Houston, Texas. As Ryan, congratulations. I believe you are now the president of the UP alumni. I think the National Association of UP Alumni. Let's talk, and maybe I know you guested already in one of the shows of PHLV Radio, but I'd like to invite you and of course your lovely daughter to guest in one of the shows dun sa isa kong show na alam mo ba. But I'll text you, and again, congratulations. I believe, if I am not mistaken, you could correct me of course, you are the national president of the UP Alumni Association. National chapter, I think. But correct me if I'm wrong, but congratulations nonetheless. Rico Ilagan, thank you for being here. Happy New Year to you and to your family as well. Okay, synopsis tayo nitong bagong taon, bagong simula. This is an email sent to us by Philip. Hindi niya tunay na pangalan at hindi rin niya binigay ang kanyang age. Sabi nga niya, ang story niya, sabi niya, everybody, we had some challenges, we have some failures, we had some successes in last year's 2025. But behind all those, these are lessons, there are lessons to be learned, and those are some valuable things that we could bring towards 2026, and that's where he wanted to start his story. Sabi nga niya, his name is Philip, hindi niya tunay na pangalan, we just name it Philip. Isa siyang closeted gay or lalaki sa aparador. There's this colloquial word kasi na pag yung hindi ka lantad, yung isa kang nagpapanggap na lalaki o tunay na lalaki, in the parlance, in the Philippine parlance, o sa mga ginagamit na isa kang lalaki na nagtatago sa aparador dahil naka-closet ka, isa kang closeted queen, or isa kang paminta, nagpapakalalaki pero kahit na hindi ka naman tunay na lalaki, o yung iba sinasabi na berding dugo. Hindi ko alam yung kung saan nagsimula yun, but nonetheless, sabi nila pag daw medyo nasa hindi ka tunay na lalaki, ang dugo mo hindi dugong pula, kundi dugong berde. Okay. Sabi niya nag-ano siya, wala namang daw problema all his life. He knew already growing up that there's something different in him. Pero tinago niya to dahil feeling niya at the time mali, that alam niya at an early stage na he's different, he's special. Pero because of the family, so he tried to be the best of the best, even from school up to where he is today. Sabi nga niya, sa totoo lang, I was happy naman being me. Kahit mahirap magtago sa tunay na kulay na aking dugo, I did it just the same. Okay? Sabi niya marami siyang nagawa mali sa kanyang buhay, like nagligaw siya, nagkaroon siya ng maraming girlfriends para lang maitago. So he could hide the true self, the real Philip. Growing up, nagpa-cool siya, cool meaning cool, barka-barkada lang, tapos pero lahat this all came about, the change came about when he met Rico in one of the conference na inatinan niya sa Singapore. And sabi nga niya, Rico, si Eugene, sabi niya, na-meet niya si Eugene, sorry hindi Rico, si Eugene nung pumunta si Philip sa Singapore for a conference, na-meet niya si Eugene, isang Pinoy Singaporean. Sabi nga niya, he is handsome, very educated, and so sure of himself. Okay. Tapos sabi niya, naging part sila ng think tank. Yung think tank yung parang group, nag-group kayo pag may conferences, and a lot of times there are group dynamics that you are grouped together as para to come up with a position paper, or sometimes they said it feasibility studies of a certain project. And yun nga nangyari. So many cups of coffees, cup of tea, so many meetings, evening, yung meetings nila to come up kasi they were tasked. Silang dalawa, they were tasked to come up with a financial feasibility study simply because for that particular project, sila ay they have background in finance. Okay. Now, sabi nga niya, alam na niya while kumbaga all these meetings, he's developing a special feeling for Eugene. Tapos sabi nga niya, but of course, di siya nagpapahalata kasi nga supposedly cool siya, kumbaga lalaki siya. Pero he was shocked. Sabi niya, I was shocked at first, but nevertheless gave in to his passion. Kasi nga, ang ginawa nitong Eugene, hinawakan yung kamay niya in one of their meetings nung silang dalawa at hinalakan siya sa lips. There was a passionate lips locking sa kanilang dalawa. Sabi nga niya, this is his word. Sabi niya, yes, Kuya Josh, I succumb to the call of the flesh. Sabi niya, isang halik na nauwi sa isang matamis na gabi between the two of them. Ayan. Tapos then, of course, after that night, they made an agreement. They made a pact. They made a promise na walang makakalam about their relationship or what took place that night. But so umuwi na siya to the Philippines and they still kept in touch through, of course, with technology, through Viber, Messenger, and WhatsApp. And of course, they do the frequent trips. Naghahalin-linan sila between the two of them from Manila to Singapore, Singapore to Manila. Until eventually, siguro because of the time and of course, they cannot control their feelings anymore, they made a decision for Eugene to move to the Philippines para they could be together. At the same time, they put up a business para hindi sila raw mahalata. Okay? Sa relasyon natin. Sa relasyon namin, sabi niya. Dahil honestly, we both look great. So obviously, they're good looking. So a lot of ladies would tempt them, tinutukso sila o nanunukso sa kanila. But obviously, we were not interested, sabi niya, because of who we are. So alam mo yung mga may itsura, mga guwapo, mga macho na Filipino that we see on a day-to-day basis sa mga gatherings, the ladies, our ladies, the Filipinas or whoever are very interested in them. At may mga tempt yung parang they want to hook up pero hindi nila pinapayagan simply because they know who they are and it's not gonna work and it's not gonna materialize. So then time passed, sabi niya, Kuya Josh, it is becoming so difficult to constantly hide our true self. So parang nahirapan na sila. They are both in love with each other pero they have to keep it hidden because sabi nga niya, yung repercussion. Takot sila sa posibleng mangyari if people would know about the relationship at the same time would know their true feelings. Sabi nga niya, what would people say about us? Tapos sabi niya, how would they treat us if they know? And it would be an embarrassment for our families if people would find out. Okay? Tapos those are little things now that it bothered them. Sabi niya, until they decided that this 2026, the Bagong Taon, it's a new year, it should be a new beginning. So they decided that they will come out. Meaning they both agree that enough of hiding the truth. They want to get out of the closet. They want to tell the world who they are and to acknowledge and admit about their relationship. Sabi niya, we are now ready to tell the world we are who we are. Napagod na kami in hiding our relationship from everyone. Tapos sabi niya, they love each other so much that they cannot continue living in a lie. Sabi niya, we are ready to face the music regardless of the outcome. Tapos sabi niya, total, they have each other. They could rely on, they could lean on. So regardless of the repercussion, if they come out and admit about their sexuality. Sabi nga niya, hindi naman nagmamatter sa ibang tao, but what is important is those people around them who really they value and who value them. Sabi niya, their sexuality should not be an issue, correct? Sabi niya, sabi nga niya, they are both the same naman. They are the same people prior to coming out and being truthful and being honest about their true selves should not make any difference. So sabi niya, that's why he wrote to us for our opinion, for our take on that, for our advice maybe, and not only from Kuya Josh, but also from our audience as well as from our listeners. Yon ang synopsis ng Bagong Taon, Bagong Simula. Yan, so medyo heavy, di ba? Normally kasi, ano bang ginagawa for the New Year? We have our ritual New Year's resolution. Ako, we're gonna go on a diet. We're gonna exercise daily. We're gonna avoid sugar. We're not gonna have some soft drinks anymore, or we cut down on carbohydrates. We're gonna be more punctual. We're not gonna be late in any of our dealings anymore. We're gonna be honest. We're not gonna lie anymore. Mga ganon, di ba? Yung mga New Year's resolution, and there's people among us would say, nako, they stopped doing this New Year resolution dahil hindi naman natutupad. Meaning, we write it down, pero we're only good for a week or most likely for a month about making all these changes. So a lot of times, yun ang mga wish list ng bagong taon, bagong simula. So itong kay Philip, it's really something different. It's harder than what it is. It's not like just avoiding sugar or just refraining from having soft drinks or for not eating rice. Ito mas heavier. At it only not him, but also his partner. Yun nga, si Eugene. So both of them, what he said, they're both closeted. Hindi sila lantad. They're not out in the open. They have not accepted their sexuality and of course their relationship. So what they're saying is this is the time that they are willing now and decided to come open not only to their friends but to the families and especially to the people who value them as well as they care about. Yun nga sumulat siya sa atin. So my take is this. Firstly, teka, may pumasok. Sabi niya, si Arnel Atenco Salazar is watching. Hi Arnel. Oh, si Arnel! Sabi, happy birthday, Ma. Yeah, that's my mom who's celebrating her 88th birthday, Arnel. Maraming salamat as well. So happy birthday to my mother who, of course, is in heaven. Yan. And that's my mom, Norma. Okay. And happy viewing sa iyo, Arnel. Arnel is watching us from Luzon in Quezon City. So ang take ko dyan, firstly, it is a bold move. Nakakahanga-hanga, Philip, for you to come out and for you to accept your sexuality as well as your relationship with Eugene. Both of you, it is a bold move. Hindi ito yung special New Year's resolution lang. But to come out in the open, to shout in the world that you are who you are and the acceptance is there and parang sabi nga, c'est la vie. What happened happens, basta importante, hindi na kayo nagtatago o nagkukubli sa dilim. Wait, sabi niya, pa-shout out, I'm watching you right now with Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Of course, si Erlinda Gulayan Cercado is watching us, of course. Si Erlinda is the mother of the Fourth Impact here. The Fourth Impact, the lady group na Fourth Impact, yung four ladies. Si Erlinda Gulayan, happy viewing and happy New Year sa inyo. Si Arnel naman is working with Jerry sa Ernie Salon, a very famous salon, hair salon, and Ernie Antikin is the proprietor of that company, of that business, and he is the beauty consultant, beauty stylist, hairstylist, makeup artist, par excellence of the stars. Siya yung related po sa GMA network and he is a phenomenal artist, not only at hair, but makeup as well. Yan, so plugging yan. And Arnel and Jerry work with with Ernie. Yeah, so happy viewing sa inyo and that's where I normally would get my as well as they take good care and they're good friends as well and sila yung si Jerry and hopefully Arnel would be able to join us our Tuesday or Wednesday Baclaran Church visit. Yan, si Ernie. So maraming salamat and happy viewing sa inyo dyan sa Ernie Salon. I think Season Salon ang pangalan and it's located in Luzon in Quezon City. So go visit them. It's one of those salon na super busy. Talagang pumipila yung mga tao because they're great great hairdresser, hair stylist, but they're great people as well. So happy being sa inyo. And the haircut here in the Philippines compared to the Filipinos abroad in the States, normally haircuts are between $25 up to $80 or depending on where you are, depending on the location. But dito sa season salon, it's only 100 pesos. So 100 pesos is what? $2, di ba? Parang ang mura, pero the haircut that you get from this stylist is just one of the best or best of class. Yan. So anyways, go back tayo kay Philip. So Philip, yung gagawin yung amin this year at for going out and telling the world you are who you are is a big deal. Sabi ko nga, kahanga-hanga at gusto nyong simulaan. You want to start the year 2026 with honesty and truthfulness and acceptance. And that is so noble, so encouraging, so magnanimous, if I may say, kasi a lot of us, we still pretend to be who we are. There's a lot of us na we try to have a persona that is not really who we are. But sabi nga nila, some people, we have a public face and we have a private face. So a lot of times, most of us in last year, and hopefully we don't carry it for this year, we tend to we to not hide, but we have to keep a facade whereby people would think we are this great of a person or this particular person, but in reality, this is not the person who you truly are. Maybe, sabi nga nung iba, marami sa atin ang from the outside nagbabait-baitan, nagsasantu-santuhan, nagsasanti-santihan, nagsasanta-santahan. Meaning, we're trying to paint a picture, an ideal picture of oneself, but pag walang nakatingin, we are a totally different person. Pero ang masasabi ko lang, for those people who are doing that, people are keeping a facade, people putting a front. A lot of times, mahirap magpanggap. Kasi kung talagang maldito ka, maldita ka, masama ugali mo, you could only hide for so long. Eventually, the true color will come out. Sabi nga, maybe you could hide all throughout your life. You could make a lie. You could live in a lie. You could live in a closet. But there's only one person who would know the true you. And that's the Supreme Being or the God that you adore, you venerate, and yourself. Diba? Kasi sabi nga, you could lie to the whole world. Even sometimes you try to lie to yourself, but the Supreme Being above us all would know the real you, the real character that you have. Sabi nga, the true essence of a character of a person is when you do the right things when no one is watching. So in this particular case, Villa Philip, it is not an easy task to do. It is not a walk in the park to accept the real you, especially the sexuality that you had hidden for so long. And of course, and of course, you had mentioned, what about the repercussion? Definitely, there's some people who will be turned off. There's some people who will maybe unfriend you if you are part of their Facebook group. There will be some people who would avoid you or the both of you. But you need to understand, does it really matter? Because in this day and age, what matters most are the people you valued most. Because growing up, all of us, remember, if you think about it, while we are growing up, while we're moving into the story of our lives, we have so many friends, acquaintances, talagang paramihan talaga ng kaibigan, di ba? Parang nagkukulik ka. Pero as we age, sabi ko nga, time and time again, as we age, we will realize we could only have few, maybe most is 5 to 10 people. These friends are the people who matters most to you. These are people who will bite the bullet for you, who will defend you, who will tell you the truth regardless how hurtful it is. They are not the people who would color coat or will sugarcoat things instead of you knowing the truth. Pag nahanap mo na yung mga kaibigan, these are the people you need to value, you need to treasure, you need to talagang place them in closest to your heart, because these are the people that will not cover up for you, especially when things needs to be said. When the right things needs to be said. Kahit magalit ka, magtampuhan kayo, but at the end of the day, they're telling you the truth. So what this is about is, it is important that when people judge you, when people say things about you, especially behind your back, you should not even worry about it, should not even care about it, because at the end of the day, think about it. Are these people good enough to be part of your circle? Are these people valuable enough that they should bother be that you should be bothered if they say something? A lot of times, especially us people who are into the internet, we call them the netizens. The netizens, a lot of times, they are the bashers. Do you really need to care about what they think and tell? A lot of times, they are just there because they have nothing better to do. And ito lagi sinasabi ko sa most of the people who would call me or would ask me for some advice about how to handle bashers, I would tell them, bashers are people who are normally miserable in their lives because they're so miserable, they want to do things to make other people's lives miserable, similar or like them. So if these people, the netizens of the world, and you don't know them, especially when their profile picture is not who they are, ang mga picture nila ay mga hayop, mga animals, mga trees, mga caricature, don't even bother. Don't even bother to justify them, let alone read them, because they are just there to get your attention, to kind of like strike a chord, to sometimes to even upset you. But at the end of the day, they really should not matter because you don't really know them and they don't really know you. So what is important is, say, a good friend of yours who know you really well and who knows you really well, and your friends who you've been with for so long, and they know the hardship, the failures, the successes that you went through your life. It is most important to listen to them, to weigh things on the things that they're telling you about, because ito yung mga taong nagmamatter sa buhay mo. Ito yung taong they're giving you opinion, they're giving you advice, and sometimes they give you word of wisdom for you to think about, for you to ponder about, for you to make it like when you in a crossroad, when you are yung traveling to are you going to go left, are you going to go right, are you going to go straight? These are, we call it, if you're in a quandary of life, these are the people who could guide you, not necessarily that you need to follow them letter for letter, but that will give you a different perspective, that will give you a different scenarios, things that maybe didn't really come across to you, okay, or you were not able to think of. But those are people that really matters. So yung kay Philip at yung kay Eugene, go, Kuya Josh's advice to you, go for it. If coming out and being honest and telling the world about your relationship and your sexuality, go. No one's stopping you. It's your happiness that is at stake here. If you think that you had enough of enough, sabi nga, enough is enough, and that hiding your sexuality and your relationship is already on a standstill and you're really hitting a wall, it's time to regroup and tell the world, hey, if you cannot accept us, this is who we are, this is who I am, and so c'est la vie, di ba? Bahala kayo sa Batman, but kami, we're living a good life, we're living a respectable life, and it's a life that it's between the two of us, and it is a life that built on honesty. I know a lot of people a lot of you would comment na, teka muna, we tend into that judgment, the kind of judgment wheel where we try to judge. Ang advice ko doon, do not judge so you will not be judged. Sabi nga, huwag kang mamintas para hindi ka magpintasan. Huwag kang maggaling-galingan para hindi matingnan din. So before you look at others and to make comments about other situation, look at yourself, do an introspection, do a self-examination on who you are, and what your what you have contributed to the world. And that is what's most important. Ngayon kasi nowadays, tolerance is the big word now. Everybody needs to be tolerant of each other. Everybody, we have so much already at stake, and being honest and truthful is one big step of having a happy life. 'Di ba? Sabi nga, you don't have to be so honest with other people. I think you just need to be honest and open, and be cognizant to the people you care most about. And at the end of the day, the people na nakapaligid sa iyo, the people na mahal mo at mahal ka rin, they would understand regardless who you are, and whatever you're going through. The acceptance always would be there. Hindi ka nila ipagkanuno because life is short. Life is too short. Let's not make it more miserable. Okay? Because sabi nga, this is a new chapter, a new lift, a new page of 2026. So write it well, because who knows? We don't, tomorrow is never promised. Sabi nga, forget about the past, learn from it if you can. Think of now, which is where you are right now, but don't worry too much of tomorrow, because tomorrow will take care of itself. But advice ni Kuya Josh, anything that you do, any venture that you would go to, any endeavors that you would go to, any new change in life, you need to pray for it. You need to ask for discernment. You need to ask for enlightenment. And that's the thing that if you pray and if you ask, sabi nga, if you ask, it will be answered. If you knock, it will be open. And if you seek, you will find. Those are mga treasures, word of treasures that na pwede mong panghawakan. Because at the end of the day, like I have said it time and time again, whatever problems, whatever situation you're in, the only weapon that you have in life are prayers. Okay, when you pray and you pray it, there's no right way of praying it, but my advice, Kuya Josh, advice to you on prayer would be, or on prayers rather, would be start with a feeling of gratitude. Magpasalamat ka with all the blessings that you're getting, that you had in 2025, the blessing that you're getting now in 2026, and the more blessings that will be coming your way. And then you follow it up with your petition, with your favors, with your things that you ask, things that you request, and then magpasalamat ka uli that, and you claim na. But you got to remember, okay, advice ko for 2026, all prayers are answered. Okay, lahat ng dasal ay sinasagot. Ang one is the sagot or the answer is immediate. Pagka dasal mo, ayan agad. Ay result nandiyan agad. The other one is delayed, meaning hindi binibigay agad sa iyo ora-orada ang wish mo or favors mo, because meron pang, think of this, there's still some healing, there's some work that needs to be done within yourself bago ibigay yung hinihiling mo. Because sometimes, maybe yung hinihiling mo might, in the long run, might not be the answer that you wanted, and it's not gonna be beneficial to you. Okay, so delay yun until siguro maging mature ka na, or you could handle more of the pressure or more of the day-to-day activities. And the last way of prayers being answered, so lahat ng prayers na answer ay yung no answer prayer, meaning the mere fact that your repetition was not answered, that is already an answer in itself. Why do I say that? Because sometimes we pray for things that in the long run, it will hurt you more than it will bless you. Meaning, yung hiniling mo, kung bigay sa'yo agad ng Supreme Being, ito ay makakasama sa'yo. It's not gonna help you be a better version of yourself, but it would even put you in a bigger hole than where you are right now. So yung sagot na hindi pagsagot, that is already in itself an answer. Yan. Teka muna, yan, sabi ni Jig, sabi ni Jig Scooper from Carson, California, I mirror your advice is to pray for discernment. Ito yung kay Philip at kay Eugene. Sabi niya, mirror meaning pareho yung nilalatag naming advice ni Gigs is to pray. Lagi talaga pray for discernment, pray for favors, pray for gratitude, pray for thanksgiving. Prayers, prayers, prayers. That's the key for 2026. Okay? Tapos sabi niya, sabi ni Luz Minda Marasigan, sa hello Kuya Josh, I'm late na ba? Na busy kasi. It's okay, Luz Minda, if Luz, and in regards to Eddie, if you miss any part of the show, ang ganda talaga nitong episode na to, and I think you owe it to yourself that for this particular episode, it's a brand new year, brand new beginning, brand new lift, bago lahat. So let's start it right. At I wish yung sa mga latecomers at yung hindi nakadalo for this particular episode, ay balikan nyo po sa PHLB Radio Facebook page or PHLB Radio YouTube channel. Na doon po lahat ng shows, past as well as present, shows not only of my shows but also the other programs of the other host and anchor of of PHLB Radio. Lahat po kami nandun na sa playlist on its PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So, hopefully, everybody, so kung wala pang comments, oh, by the way, yung hindi pa nagko-comment o magko-comment pa lang, if we go off air, you write to your comments because I know Eugene and Philip, myself, and management would always look at that para at binabalik-balikan nila yung mga comments nyo, advice nyo, greetings, as well as yung support nyo po sa amin dito sa PHLB Radio, Dear Kuya Josh. Hey, now, again, Philip, Eugene, thank you so much. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for sharing that wonderful story of yours for 2026. Medyo hard yung gagawin nyo, and eventually, sabi nga, mahirap lang yan sa umpisa, but when you start being honest, when you start being truthful, when you start holding and holding that particular scenario by the horn, eventually it gets easier. Sabi nga, mahirap lang at first, but pag second, third, fourth time mo nang sinasabi, ginagawa, at nagpakatotoo ka, it gets a lot easier. Yeah, let's see kung meron pa akong mamiss. Okay, so with that, maraming salamat. Nako, Philip, Eugene, thank you for that wonderful email of yours. Dun po sa nag-iintay, when will I read your email? Nakahanay na po yon. As I've said, all the letters, emails, texts that I get, naka-tag kung kailan ko na-receive, and I try to do it as fast as I could. And yung mga similarity, we try to group them kasi po parami po yung mga emails na nare-receive ni Kuya Josh. At hopefully, makatulong kami in our humble way, not only myself, but also to the viewers and listeners of PHLB Radio. Okay, so again, maraming salamat. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Eugene, for being so brave enough to tell your story of honesty, your story of loving, your story of being not judgmental, and your story of tolerance. And let's celebrate life. Let's celebrate love, because love could be expressed in so many ways, in different things, in different times. So with that, maraming salamat. Thank you for your continued support of PHLV Radio. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. This is not just Kuya Josh's show, but Dear Kuya Josh is our show, because hindi po matutupad ang aming pagbibigay sa inyo ng magandang show kung hindi rin po sa support at sa inyong pakikinig at panonood at pag-share at pag-like. Maraming salamat po. At again, Happy New Year to everyone. Whatever is left of this particular weekend, enjoy the rest of the week, be safe. I ask for the Lord God to bless all of us this coming year, to give us more blessings so we could bless others as well, to give us protection, give us abundant wealth, excellent health, unceasing love for each other, and respect. And yun po ang mga wish ko for all of us this 2026. At of course, prolific businesses and more success in careers, in education, family life, and in any relationship that you have. Okay, that being said, my advice to you would be kind. Yun po yung advice ko every time I close shows from last year. Be kind, You can never go wrong with kindness. And any act of kindness that you show to people, you do to people, it is already a guarantee. It will come back to you in so many ways, in different times, in different situations, with different people. And at the end of the day, when you wake up in the morning, be grateful. When you say your thank yous, your Thanksgiving, it is already locked in that the good Lord will bless you more. And if you are blessed more, bless others as well. And choose to be happy. When you wake up in the morning, it's a brand new life. It's a brand new day. It's an additional day to your life. And it's a new page where you could write. If you choose to be happy and at the same time, you are grateful, you are ready for a big surprise for that day, regardless of all the problems or misunderstanding or any curveball that will come your way. If you have that good vibes attitude, good attitude about life, and who's to tell, there is already that's already the formula for a beautiful, wonderful life. And with that, maraming salamat po again for tuning in. Another show is in the books. At maraming salamat as well to everybody who tune in at yung mga manonood pa po after the show at yung mga mag-share nitong ating munting programa. Maraming salamat po. At I wish you all the best for next week. Be safe and make it a phenomenal, amazing week next week. God bless us all. Bye everybody. And again, happy 2026. Bye everybody. See you next week.